That means it is time to keep it all the way real. At least I hope. I have some cantankerous individuals in the studio with me this evening. It's a full house. So my ex-booby is even here. And they're already looking guilty. But let me say a warm welcome, a good evening to some usual suspects. And our guest for the evening, AJ Sapon, is in the house. Good evening. I'm liking this your shorts hairstyle.
I'm feeling
What they call this hairdo?
I'm like, I should probably consider cutting it in real life.
What they call this hairstyle?
A pixie cut.
It's a pixie cut.
Pixie cut. I'm feeling like Peter Pan
Oy.
and Tinkerbell and stuff. So
Fantastic. And if you're watching us on Facebook or on X, we're streaming live. You can check out this pixie cuts. Okay. Fantastic. Miss Jude is in the house.
Give me the hair because I am drained.
I
need the hair.
You need the new
AE.
Miss Judy, we already can't keep up with you. Good evening. What's up? What's new?
I'm tired. I'm drained. I'm everything.
Today we'll be adding on to the list of professions but that Ghanaian women are involved in that you can't trust. You said we can't trust Ghanaian female accountants, and who else?
Oh, really? Accountants are one.
You're critical. I digress. We'll come back to that.
Hairdressers as well.
Hairdressers as well.
Hairdressers.
But we have some male energy in the studio.
Wow.
Let me say hello to the gentleman, and then I'll come back to this. Nanye is in the house. Mr. Mood Teasers, long time no see. Nanye is my runaway boyfriend. And as I may say, markets no. Me good markets. No, Yoku, good evening to you. Get closer to the mic for me. Yoku, Nanye, it is great to have you both. We'll be keeping it all the way real.
Nanye's market is not fresh. Stop that.
It sounds very intentional, isn't it?
Stop it.
Oh no, I'm giving good reviews. And so if you're watching us on That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean, guys. Behave.
Let the record show I have no idea what Helen.
Small digression. But let's get into it again. It's a glorious Tuesday evening. So we're keeping it all the way real. And today I want to know from you all, what is more important? What are you prioritizing in relationships? Let's say for 2024, because we're moving into a new year. We're saying adios to 2023. How important is money in the grand scheme of things as far as romantic relationships are concerned? I think I'll start with our guest. Nanye, just before we got on there, you were saying that they are billing you, Charlie. These days, it's no longer just about meeting somebody, there being a spark, connection, romance. You said the billing is too much. What's going on?
Charlie.
Talk to us.
You know, the billing comes here where there's no emphasis on anything else at all.
Okay.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. So, wealth is very, very useful to have to sprinkle a foundation that you have, which is, I guess in some cases people say love, but Charlie, love the cry. You're using that word too. Charlie, we're using that word too freely.
Yeah?
Yeah. So at least there is a certain foundation there, but you see, wealth sparks up that foundation. You can be in love and be in love in your bedroom in Nungwa, or you can be in love and be in love on the island. They hit different.
I see.
Nungwa people will get you.
Oh,
where they stay?
My favorite me I stay in the village, so no problem.
Okay.
I stay in Pokwas.
Because the Nungwa people will cross you for there.
No, I have catfish in Nungwa, so no problem. I love Nungwa.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we do have a dilemma of the week, and AJ, you'll be getting into that for us shortly. But I still also want to pick Yoku's brain really quickly about the state of affairs. Do you think it's become very transactional, or are people falling in love genuinely because of that connection?
So I believe very much in love, right? Mm-hmm. But the Akan proverb says, "Ade efe yedi sika na eyo."
Ade efe yedi sika na eyo. To it.
Things that are nice, pretty, fine, good to see, it takes money.
Sure.
So it can't be all love or all money. There has to be a balance.
Love kakra or do kakra. I love that. Now, with that foundation set by the gentleman, AJ, let us know what our dilemma is for the week, and we'll see how best we can help this lady.
So we have 3 stories actually.
Ebe, yes, you're critical. Let's get into it.
But 2 of them I'll get into them. We'll do the last one if we have time at the end. So this one says, hold on. Okay. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
And gentlemen. I hope you are all doing well, and I must say I enjoy the show Keeping It Real. You're the realest because of the way you address issues, but I do have a problem and I hope you can advise me too. I am Catherine. I'm 38, who's in love with a poor man, and my father opposes any marriage discussions between us. 2 years ago, I met Harry, who professes love for me. We've been going steady. Harry lost his job just before we met, and since then it's been, can you lend me money today and lend me money tomorrow, to the extent that I had to on 2 occasions borrow from my father to sort Harry out. I love him and believe things will pick up soon, thus my investment in him. We're planning to get married, but my dad is vehemently opposed to the idea of marrying a guy from a poor guy from a poor family background. My father's claim is that Harry is lazy. For him not to have found a year in 2 years and made me fund his lifestyle, that in effect is a red flag. My father labels my man as an opportunist who is with me because of financial gains. I do understand my father because he's always maintained he does not want my sisters and I to settle down with a broke guy. I wish to be pampered also by my man and sometimes maintain the comfort I'm used to before I met him, but he doesn't even seem to make an effort at all. I love Harry dearly, but my father will not want anything to do with me if I pursue this marriage course. Ladies, help me. Shall I go into a second story?
Yeah, let's take the second story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Help me in my dilemma. My issue is very simple. I preferred my husband when he was broke. Let me explain. I have always been someone who has never really valued money over love. I've always wanted someone who was just enough, but loved me the way I liked to be loved. My husband initially was struggling when we first dated and could barely sail through. However, he was very ambitious and determined to fight to make ends meet. He loved me fiercely and was constantly giving me quality time, gifts even when he had little, and made me feel so loved. Over the last 5 years, God has been very good to us. In fact, to the extent that we have more than we could have ever dreamt of. However, now I resent him and his wealth. He has become extremely busy, outgoing, and social, and women now love him. I feel very resentful about his new lifestyle and his wealth, and I honestly wish he was broke again. Am I being unreasonable to resent his wealth?
Oh,
Very
Interesting.
Somebody actually, a guy, put it on Facebook a few weeks back. That in his line of work, he comes across a lot of women, and some come into his DMs and stuff looking for advice.
Sure.
One of the things he has realized is for most of the men whose businesses and stuff don't seem to be going well, it is their wives' prayers. Because the women know or have seen or can foresee that this guy, when he gets money,
It's going to be something different.
So they are so praying that he doesn't hit Kessie, because when he hits he'll become some way.
I have a small story to tell.
Sure. AJ, take us away.
So there was one
Or the
time-
dilemma, you wrote it.
No.
Maybe you want to clarify
the
some
last
one or two.
person, the last person to present for about anybody's wealth.
Okay. Because AJ is balling, okay? Yeah.
Someone's gonna take care of me, and it's not gonna be me.
Hallelujah.
So I actually was in the talking stages with a gentleman. Cool guy.
so talking stages.
Talking stages. I hadn't become a full-blown relationship yet, or even proper progressed.
Okay.
But we're getting to know each other. We're gisting. It seemed good. Then he started getting money. So he aligned with a company. No, he got like a contract or something of that sort. And he started actually making money. And then I'm like, oh, okay, great. That's good for you. Then he started acting funny. Then I stopped talking to him. For
But
a bit. I realized,
AJ, when you say funny, give us some more.
as in, started acting brand new.
Ooh, what that mean?
Basically, he made her feel inferior.
Not
Okay.
necessarily. No one
Okay.
can make me feel inferior.
Yes,
It's just
AJ,
he started
talk.
acting that he he had started acting. Okay, so if I know you, we're chilled, we're good, we're always, and then all of a sudden the next thing you do is, oh my god, I have to, I have lunch out in
Business
Toku
meeting.
tomorrow. Oh,
Good for
you know,
him.
You know, not necessarily even. Okay, so we saw gisting after a point. Then I met him up again, and he was okay. Let's see if we can start back on the talking stages. And then we went out on the town. Then he spent the entire night popping bottles and chilling with other guys. Then I went, no. That's not how you were earlier.
Wait.
So he was a chilled guy. So maybe if we would go out,
Yeah.
we'll be together, we'll chill, we'll sit, it will be great. Then he made money. Then we went out. Then he started becoming like this. You know how ballers are, like baller alerts. Then he's flying bottles to other people, and he spent the entire night chilling with other guys who he was not friends
And
with.
what
but he
was wrong with that?
If you're going to so he started, it was out of character. It just felt that I have money now, so I need to hobnob
Wait,
with
out
other
of
people.
character. So you've seen him rich before.
No, so how
So
he
what
was,
character is he out of?
His character has never been rich.
His character has never been rich.
So
when
now
he-
he's
when he-
rich
no.
and he's acting rich, and it's a problem.
No, not act. It's different when you act rich. Like
He is being rich.
Like ball. Take me
Yeah.
out on fancy dates. Buy
Oh,
expensive
so as
things.
long as his richness is
buy
on
buy,
you,
buy
then
nice
that's fine.
no buy nice cars. Do all the nice
Yeah.
things. But if you start, say when you didn't have so much money, you would always look at people that are doing ball alert as what kind of people are that? Then all of a sudden you're doing the same
Yeah.
thing that you used to despise.
Onisika,
Then
what's the terminal? What's the proverb?
I find you pretentious, or maybe you.
Nanga, you're vibrating in your seat. What part of the conversation is
No.
is
Nani,
not
it's like
resonating?
this. It's like you saying, you always say, look at things like, oh, I will not be on radio. I have better things to do my time. Radio, people that sit on radio, if you always had or claim
Yeah.
to have this perception about people,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you are doing the exact same thing because now you have money. Then that means you were pretentious from the get-go. You were only hating on it
But you
because you didn't
can't-
have the means for it.
No.
And then that already
Maybe
to
they were
me-
hating on it, but
no,
that doesn't
that already
make
to
him.
me, it's like people that talk ill of people, yeah, who have a certain kind of lifestyle. Then once you get an access to them, then you start becoming friends with them, or
Yeah.
try and be BFFs with them. I find you pretentious, or I find you.
AJ,
I
don't
find
let
you-
don't
I
let
find
Nanya
you-
gaslight
I
you.
find-
And I'll tell you
find
why I say this.
I find you
I
someone
haven't even
who's-
made my
Oh,
point.
No,
I'm just trying to
so you get-
understand where
it's like-
this
it's like if-
logic is
AJ,
coming from.
it's like
don't
a-
talk
a guy
plenty.
who
Don't let
always-
Nanya gaslight you, because no. And I say this to say, when somebody switches up on you, you know instantly. Yes. When somebody is
It's like-
different,
He didn't switch
hang
up on her.
on.
He switched up on his lifestyle.
No.
he switched
And
up
therefore
on
switch
me.
up
He
on
started
her.
act- he
When
started
somebody is
acting
doing
brand new.
different, somebody that you know is acting different,
Let me ask you
nobody
this
can
question.
tell you that your perception is untrue.
Let
How
me-
you are
but
seeing
she
it is
never
how
said
you're
that he
seeing
acted
it.
negative.
let me ask you.
It was
this.
negative.
Brand new.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you
brand
a
new,
question.
brand new in a negative
AJ,
way.
With
AJ,
everything that you said
was
was wrong
he-
when you didn't have it.
Was he chill before? Because when you went out, he couldn't say afford Moe or something.
Yeah, well, perhaps. But then he created the impression from the get-go that people that do certain, like, hobnob with the boys, send fly bottles around, were pretentious people. And then now that you have the money, you want to do the same thing you claim pretentious people were doing, then I find you
He
pretentious.
learned he was wrong. That's what happened. Yeah. So no. So hear it. So you've given different stories.
Audio here. No, they can't quite say
So my-
right now he has money. What they say is, if you want to see the extent of somebody's foolishness, give them a means to fund the foolishness. You see the foolishness.
But Miss Judy,
No,
you've
but
been.
but why are we calling it foolish? No, sorry. Hold on a sec. Hold on.
Yes,
Because,
yes.
because
We've
they
given-
considered it foolish in the beginning.
We've given 3 scenarios.
We've had two, I think. Yeah,
And
two.
then plus your own.
Yes, yeah, plus
Okay.
this one.
The first 2 clearly is just a case of boyfriend swap. Yeah.
They should swap
They should just
boyfriends.
swap boyfriends.
Sure.
That one's
if
simple.
you ladies are listening, we can do the exchange next week Monday. You bring yours, she too should bring hers, then we'll
Is not
swap.
appreciating a guy's growth, and the other person.
You,
is not,
when
is-
you
is not
hit, you'll be a
appreciating-
big problem.
It is also not
You,
appreciating
Nani.
the guy's inability to grow.
why-
One person is growing, one person not growing. Swap. That's all.
Now they say, see, this for the second lady, this is the issue. They say that to keep a woman, you need time and you need money.
Sure.
But we also say time.
It's money.
Yes.
Money
squared.
Money times 3.
Money cubed. Exponential.
Okay. It's getting heated
has
on
to
this side.
This is not heated. This is actually soft.
She has to understand that
Open a shut case.
for her guy to be able to take care of her the way she wants, he has to work.
That's all.
Okay.
He can't be at home and make the money to take care of her.
Okay.
So if he's making the money, you need to make the money.
I beg you, in peace.
For the
But
first
she's saying
lady,
he's team.
No, whose team? No, whose team is the
she's
girl on?
she's on his team.
No, if you're on his team,
Yeah.
when he is winning in this situation, don't get me wrong, his behavior in terms of spending, that's a new thing. You know
Yes.
what? If I was earning 200
You know,
a
we
month,
can't continue
and all
in
of a
this-
sudden
in
was
this-
given
in
$1
this-
million a month, listen,
would behave.
I'll be worse.
We know.
Yeah, don't get
We know.
twisted. Don't get twisted.
We know.
I'll be worse.
We know.
I will send a robot in my place to come sit because I can afford it. No, don't get twisted.
Yeah.
I will spend my money, and you know what? To be honest, I would not expect you to say a damn thing about it because
That's
if
why
we're on the
AJ,
same
I
team-
hope, would not,
because if we're on the
choose
same
to
team-
date
if we're on the
Nanye,
same
I
team-
hope.
No, if we're on the same team, the benefits that I'm receiving from having this new wealth, you will receive it.
Yes.
I wouldn't understand why you don't get why I'm now enjoying. Yeah, you know what? The guy said certain things about how people are spending their money, this and that. Listen, he was broke. He didn't know. He didn't know
what
better.
he was talking
He didn't know better. Yeah. Now he's around people. And he's understood that situation in the context. My guy.
Let me hear from Miss Judy. I'm not convinced, AJ, that you are convinced with this narrative, and I'm with you.
at all.
And I'm
Not
with
at
you.
all.
And I'm with you. And I will not allow you to be
I'm also with her.
gaslit. I'm with
Not at
you
all.
because and like
Because-
ladies, when your man switches up, you know, Masa.
When you
I
act
will
brand
not
new,
let
I
anybody
know.
gaslight.
At
You've
all.
switched up, and I've seen it,
And you're
and I've
acting
said
brand
it.
new.
You are acting brand new, and I've
no.
said it.
What do you mean by switch up? Listen,
Oh,
hold on.
Masa.
Hold on.
Men,
Hold on.
they know. They know.
You know,
They
He was
know.
buying Togo jeans.
I think you guys.
Now he can
like, you
afford
know what
Wrangler.
you're
They
saying.
know.
You know it's
Miss Judy,
not
No,
real.
I-
Miss Judy,
I think
men are well aware.
Of what?
Yeah,
They
of what?
are well
Of what?
aware.
Since
Of
you know.
what?
Massa, when you were poor, how you were behaving, no?
Yeah, because we were limited.
When we go out, you are holding on to my leg, my thigh.
Wait.
Sit down,
Okay, let me ask you.
No, that was just
hold on, hold on. Let me
infatuation.
let me ask you a question.
That one dies
Let me ask
at
you-
one.
Let's let
If
Yoku
he
have the
took
floor,
you- If he
please.
took you to whichever boutique or shop or mall or whatever it is, right?
Be far off. Are they
he
still
took you to-
alive?
he took
Please,
you to
mom and
Dubai
dad.
Mall. Okay, he took you to Dubai Mall and he said, "Chick, spend." Would you complain?
But that's not the complaint.
That's not the
So
complaint.
what's that? What? No, Yoku. Before you,
would you complain?
before you
No.
before you progress, what has that got to do with the price of tea in China? Make the connection for me.
Yes.
What?
So what I'm saying,
Connect the dots for me.
what I'm saying is,
Where did
if,
you come
if,
Or okay, what has that got to do with the price of
with
fish?
anything, with anything.
Okay,
For example,
okay.
for example.
So what I'm saying
Give me a
is,
second there.
if the guy making money now can take you to Emirates Mall or wherever it
Sure.
is and say, "Chick, shop.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. J Black MX. Go."
Yes.
Yoku.
Yeah.
Yoku.
Would you complain? If you won't complain, then allow him. Okay.
I should take the good
also-
and the bad.
Allow him to also decide that today I'm going to Emirates Mall with my Black
Look,
MX
we don't
and
have a
shop.
problem with his
No,
actions.
no,
We don't
no.
have a
I don't
problem with
have
That's
a
now you've changed the entire scenario, Goku.
My
Because
problem is-
because all AJ said was that when she was with this person, when he was in less fortunate times, he had a different character. One that she was
Exactly.
more, bear with me, one she was more amenable to. She liked better. That's the person that she was getting to know. Once he got a bit more money, that new character or the different character or the subsequent character is one she can vibe with. According to her, from what she's seen, he switched up. It's not a case of that he decided that, oh, this day I'm going out with my friends, so darling, stay home or whatever. I don't mind that. When your guy has money, let him go out with his friends and enjoy himself.
problem at all.
But if I'm in the same vicinity as you and I'm watching you, I'm watching your movement, it's not the same as what it typically is or what it was like when you didn't have money. I'm telling you, you've switched up. Opa umpo maka. I've
Ladies
seen
and
it.
gentlemen, this is what happened to Joseph in the Bible. So, do you know what? Ever since my last appearance, you definitely motivated me to read the Bible more.
Okay. Preach on.
And you know what? One of the things I always ask myself, what actually happened to Joseph? It's like he vanished. You know, in the Bible.
After making the money.
After the birth, no, just after the birth, he vanished. You didn't really hear much.
Ah,
from
of
him.
Jesus.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
right, okay.
Yeah. And you know what?
Well, he switched up.
No. You know what?
Joseph had a seven
You know,
foot
it's
of
clear.
many
It's clear to me now. No, it's clear to me now. You see, when Joseph was poor, yeah, he had to ride her on the on what? On a donkey.
On the donkey, yeah.
All through town to town. He couldn't afford much. Had to put in place. You know what?
Yeah.
I think his carpentry business hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
His carpentry business hit, and Charlie, he was gone, forgotten. Charlie, you switch up. You switch up.
You switch up.
Where have you gone? See, I'm not going out like that.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, every hustle that I have gone to go through to grow to where I need to get to, see, it's not the subjective opinion of someone else
Fair.
who is privileged enough to share in what I'm making. To share. Privilege, not as in entitled though.
Fair.
Privilege.
That's fair.
Cool. So, for me, honestly, fine. It's my responsibility to make sure I'm being obviously responsible for my stuff. However, you don't get to tell me that what I'm doing is the wrong way. You can recommend.
AJ, I believe you
can
removed
recommend.
yourself.
Seriously,
You
I
can
think
say-
the guys are all trying to.
Oh,
judge
don't
you.
mind them. Don't mind them. They know exactly what we
Scenario of a
mean.
boss.
Okay.
Before the person became a boss, she used to say that, oh, this thing that this boss is doing is wrong. If I should be a boss, I
Thank
wouldn't
you,
do this.
Yoku.
This is a situation that now the person is in that position and is acting like the exact thing or even worse.
I
than
get that
what-
from female bosses actually. I don't get that from male bosses.
So imagine that you are a lady, right?
And most of
you are
you
with
can
your
compare
guy,
with what I
and he
just said.
switches up like that. Now acting the way he used to complain about
Yeah.
because he now has the resources. That is wrong. If you think that okay, being this person is not something that I want to be, don't complain about it when you're
Exactly.
poor.
If you've never
But what if
been
you find
placed
you
in that
have to
situation,
become it?
It's like people that decide that they're going to run down on maybe say slave queens simply because they don't have the
They
means
don't-
to be
exactly.
one.
Yeah.
And then once they actually have the means to be, or they get into that company, then they become fangirling on. I find that so pretentious because if you know it's because I like it, but I just don't have the means for it, then don't speak down on it.
Exactly.
That's my thing. It's like what was the even closest scenario? Okay, I always wanted to be a media personality, but because I haven't hit it, I'm always running down on every media personality because you haven't been placed in a position where your dreams have been fulfilled. So if you know that we they make pill, but you can't buy it, then don't run down
But you
on
know
that.
what? Let's be real though. Let's be real. That's actually a human reaction.
No,
It's
not
not-
necessarily. Me,
no,
there are so many-
most people
there are so
actually
many
react that
things-
way.
There's so many things I would want to do
Yeah.
if I had the money. I would want to fly private all the time. I would want to sit in first class, but I would not run down on someone who's
But
sitting
we have
first
also
class all the
we have
time.
all sat here, and there's been
No,
a
no,
point
no.
in time where we have
Run down someone.
in
The-
any
the most-
capacity. Just because you haven't done it so blatantly doesn't mean you haven't done it. It's been done. It's a
again,
human nature
if
thing to
I've
do.
always wanted to do it, but because I don't have the means to do it,
Yeah.
I will not run it down. That's like this again. If I've always
So
wanted
you
to do
haven't
it,
at
I
any
would
point
even
run
pray
anything down
towards it.
before.
because I
No.
want if I see people balling in their lifestyle, I want to ball too. So I'm not gonna run them down and say, now why are you doing that? Why are you acting this way? No, because I know if given the means to, I will do exactly that. So the one thing I will not do is
Me, I don't
run
buy
them
it.
down.
I don't buy it.
Can we come back to the
Yes,
story
we can
of-
indeed. We can indeed. All right, let me
But on the
let me
issue-
let me
so the reason why
remind.
I was tying in the first place was because I honestly feel that some people can be so in terms of the second story where you've been put in a situation where you resent the person who had the means. So I didn't resent him. I just found him. I just didn't like that attitude of him. So I just decided, I don't want to be around people that will run something down simply because they don't put in a situation to enjoy it. But I can understand how someone who likes quality time all of a sudden, because the man is too busy, would want to say, I resent that. But then the fact remains, when money enters, love is sweeter.
It is.
How are you okay with struggle? To the point that you are resenting.
AJ.
She came home eventually.
AJ,
So welcome back.
I love that. On that note, we're going on a very, very quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the issue. How important is money as far as romantic relationships are concerned? Have you seen your partner maybe switch up, act brand new? Is money making your relationship even worse? This is Keeping It Real on 3FM 92.7. When we come back as well, we'll also open up the phone lines and you too can have your say. An interesting perspective there of money actually ruining things. So you are with somebody, you wanted them to do well, now they're doing well and it's turned things upside down. Don't go anywhere. This is still Keeping It Real.
Money.
8 p.m. It's still live here on 3FM 92.7. This is Keeping It Real with myself, Helen, Miss Judy, Nanye Yoku, and AJ Sapon. Today we're talking about love versus money. What is more important? Is money something that is important to you when you enter into a romantic relationship? At some point in the show, we'll be opening up the phone lines. AJ just said, hell yeah. Let me activate your mics. So far, we've gotten into two scenarios and one last one that AJ introduced that I'm not too sure she wished she had introduced at this point. In hindsight, no. I thought so, AJ. But I think we've gotten the views of Miss Judy, Nanya Yoku, and myself. Me, I say if they've switched up, they switched up. But like Nanya says, it's also, the onus is on you. He switched up now. It's up to you. Are you here for the ride? Are you going to enjoy the spoils? Or will you go with somebody who is maybe more humble?
Helen, there's
that
hope
too
for you
exists.
yet.
What
There's
does
hope
that
for you
mean?
yet.
Break that down. Oh, with you?
Do you know what? Sometimes I feel like I was placed here to make sure you don't get too polluted by these two sisters of yours. And I've come here to save you.
She said something.
When he said, what did he say before I said that? He said,
There's hope for you.
there's hope for me. I thought he meant like because he's about to hit. So we should rekindle our romance, Nanye.
Isn't that what he meant?
Our romance ended?
Energy. Guys, save the date. Please, I beg you, I'm not spoiling Nanye's market. He says he's about to hit ladies, so just hold tight. I know people are saying
No, I don't know what she's talking about.
he's about to hit, switch up, and what was the other terminology?
So what?
we used?
No, you hit and he will switch up.
I'm not in Accra.
And be brand
Hi,
new.
this is Nanye speaking from Cairo.
Okay, I feel okay. In my defense, I think because he was probably one of the people that I was in the talking stages who had the least money. So I was very.
Hey, how many were in the talking stage?
You see?
Hold on.
Listen,
I found
Joseph.
I found it very weird that he with the least money will have the biggest switch up when other people had money and never switched up.
Certain
So I
people
think-
that were backing you are
Okay,
now
guys.
changing their minds.
I do.
So could it be
Guys.
like when she met him, he didn't have, so that's how you notice the switch up. But the
Yes.
others had money.
That's what she's saying. The money has like he was
They never
sweet
acted
and then like he got
brown.
money and now he's
Helen,
you
I've
know,
saved you from the pit. Don't go back inside.
Okay, I'm gonna
Don't go
stop
back inside.
digging further.
Yes, I do want to check the temperature in the studio. Hands up if you would switch up if you got a bit of money.
Hell yeah, I would.
Hell yeah, I'm switching up.
I'm not sure what you mean by
If you're
switch
not,
up.
oh,
I
like
will still be me.
I will switch
Oh,
up, but I'll
no,
be brand new.
I'll be brand new.
I'll
I'll be
not
brand new. You have to.
I will
If
not
you
be
had my
brand
number,
new.
lose it. Okay,
Wow.
let's lose it. Hey.
Would you be brand new, Nanye?
There is nothing beneficial, increasing your wealth and remaining in the same state of mind.
Not
state of mind. Not state of mind.
That's my answer.
These are the aspire to best bank of no aspire to best bar if you want to respire. All of these.
And there's just being acting brand new for people that were your day ones. You wouldn't be me.
Day ones.
Yeah. Hey.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Say what?
Nanya is the wrong person to have this conversation with.
No.
He will switch up on the day one,
Day
on the
ones.
family members,
Listen.
on the girlfriend,
No, hold
on the
on.
children.
No.
If you enter the house and be like, I don't know you.
Listen,
All the children out.
listen. Let me
Daddy got money.
let me be clear.
Get out.
Let me be very clear. Everybody in my life, there's a naughty list. Yeah? And trust me, there's different stages of switch up that they will get. And they know themselves. Helen, don't they?
In any case, we digress a little bit. And AJ, thank you for that personal dilemma. We're keeping it real on the show. So, I thought the last one was a personal.
was a
personal
personal
dilemma.
The last one was a personal one.
Personal one. Okay, we appreciate
I
that.
was told to by a friend.
Okay,
Excuse me?
a personal one that a friend told you.
Yes.
Hello, let me turn off AJ's mic. But back to the topic at hand, and because of the two different scenarios that we got into, let's dissect it a bit more. Miss Judy, are you surprised that there's a woman who's now wishing that her husband, doesn't make as much money because of the consequences? I mean,
all
that's what it's witchcraft.
Wait. I'm
Yoku's
the first scenario or the second scenario?
second one. I'm sticking with
Oh, the
this
second
one. Yes,
scenario,
sticking
okay.
with this
No,
one
it's
because you were giving
It's
us
not
some
so
context.
much witchcraft to Judy.
But how?
No, Judy, see. Okay. if you are dating, you're married to your husband, he makes, let's say, 5K a month. okay, there's only so much he can afford, right? Then he starts making 50K a month, right? His tastes will change.
You add a zero to every
Of course.
taste.
Thank
It's
you. His
understandable.
tastes will change, which is okay when the tastes are coming home. When the tastes are coming home,
You said something.
it's fine. When the tastes change and the tastes are going
So
elsewhere,
why don't you pray for
it-
him to change, but you are rather praying for him to be broke?
Charlie, some
Yeah,
changes,
that's
some
silly.
changes,
Why are you-
some
why are you
changes
praying for
don't
him to be
change.
broke?
We are all enjoying this.
Yeah. No.
Just that.
I honestly,
he's
there's a
having-
high form of witchcraft to say that.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely,
praying for the
absolutely.
person to be broke again.
Absolutely.
It's a high no. the
Because
person
Miss
should be-
Judy,
should
then
be thrown
then
in a-
then I think again it's like if you are in a place that you are not enjoying, like
Get out.
take yourself out of the equation, right? Because if at this point the person has become somebody you say you don't recognize, I'm not entirely sure that prayers will.
Well,
but you're actually
what
praying
she
that
was
he'll be
saying,
broke.
what the second story was saying was that he's so busy, he's not home anymore.
Oh, I see. Because now
For me,
he's.
if he's working and all the benefits, the spoils of his toil are coming home, stop arguing. Stop
Enjoy.
complaining.
Cry to Dubai. Like, what's your
Yeah,
problem?
it's
That's
easier.
insane.
It's easier. It's nicer to cry in a Mercedes than to
Thank
cry in a
you.
Trotsky,
Wow.
right? So if the money is coming, if the money is coming
I don't
home,
know. If the Mercedes has been worked on by Ghana mechanics, there's a problem.
No, when he's making that much
No, I
money,
know, I
he
know,
won't
I
do
know.
Ghana mechanics. And
He'll fly in a mechanic.
you-
I like
My
that.
guy, my
The
guy.
thing is,
On
what the
50K,
car-
on 50K, he's going to Abosoka.
Miss Judy, we missed that.
50K don't mean Mercedes. I thought Toyota
No,
Camry.
when the car is bought, he just buys another one.
Thank
That's
you.
the
Thank you. Thank you.
So that one,
Uh-huh.
the woman shouldn't complain.
At all.
Complain? He should
Hold
leave
on.
her.
Because
Why is he still there?
Because he's
not
working
aware.
hard for her.
I'm leaving.
Literally.
No, he should leave her.
Why?
Why?
Excuse me. You're praying for. See, you're complaining about time.
Yes.
Anyone that he gave an example. Let's say he
Time
gave an
is
example of
money.
going from 5,000 to 50,000. Yeah. Unless he's doing anything dodgy, he's probably putting in time to increase the salary.
get
That's right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that time is going away from her to him.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
what I mean
appreciating
by
that. That is
money
why you.
times
That is
three.
when you leave. You
Yeah.
leave.
That's money times
leave.
3.
All right.
Let's take a look at the first story because
Sure,
that one
sure.
is even
Yeah.
more.
Let's get
interesting and
back
more
into
layered
that one.
because the first one, she's with a man.
Yes.
2 years, he's not been working. He's always asking for her to lend things. To the point that she's now lending from her father to give to the man.
Okay.
The father considers this a red flag. She thinks she's in love.
Red flag.
Oh, why it is?
Red flag.
It's a red banner.
It's a
Not
red
flag,
banner.
It was a red
But
flag
for 2
a year
years, you're not
into it.
making an effort.
Which kind of man crowd will
No,
stay
it was
2
a red
years
flag a year
with
into it.
with a
At
woman
this point,
taking
it's
care of
Ghana,
him?
Ghana flag.
Let's get some details first.
Sure.
2 years. What has he been doing in the 2 years?
Living with her.
By all accounts,
Is
not
he-
working.
Is he actively searching? Is he making?
Would
the-
that make a difference?
I'm coming.
Okay.
If you can be in Ghana and not get a job for 2 years,
That's
Very possible.
That's possible.
So,
Yes.
is he making the effort? Is he trying to get a job? Is he trying all forms of to make it work? It's just that it hasn't sorted.
Okay.
That's different.
That's different. Sure.
If he's there, I'm waiting for them to call me, so I'm at home. And he's spending her money and making her borrow from her dad, then I have a problem.
Okay.
Then he's a gold digger.
Okay, because I like how Yoku has set it out. Okay, as far as this dilemma is concerned, we're not too sure. From the sounds of it, he's probably now gotten very comfortable for receiving money from
And
her.
that is a problem.
We don't know what he's been doing, but I like that angle because Yoku, if you're with somebody and you can see that they are trying to make something of themselves, you don't really feel it might not be the most comfortable, but you can tell this person is breaking their back. And once they get into a good groove, we're going to be okay. When my
fine.
parents lived in the UK, my dad was studying law. My mom worked in the bank and she supported him for a couple of years. But once he got into the groovy, found a lecturer job, she's never worked a day in her life since then.
And she wasn't making these kind of complaints that these girls are making.
Maybe
in
to
this
her
day.
sisters. Maybe I'm sure she's
Kind of
Listen,
I'm sure she
What kind of of complaints.
So now I've got Helen in a point. See, I've got Helen in a point where she can't deny.
No,
it
no, no,
because I've answered her mother was
No,
not
no, no,
doing
no,
the
no.
same.
Well, I don't know if she was, so I can't say. But even if she
She
did,
has
and
social media to say it, so
exactly,
she wasn't.
But
What kind
even
of
if,
complaints?
but bear with me. Even if even if she didn't quit. I guess she just firmed it because she knew that
Charlie.
as per the scenario that Yoku's giving, this person has a plan, so you kind of relax. And I guess in that scenario it's very different because you can see they're in school and the Obama is graduates. In fact, he was second in the whole of the UK as far as the bar exam was concerned. I'm just
Shameless
giving
plug, yeah.
shameless plug, you know.
Yeah, cool.
So you know she had a plan, but so
Watch
yeah.
Acrimony.
No, I've never seen it. Oh, no spoilers. I want to watch it too. I
Oh,
want
no,
to
I
watch
haven't,
it
no.
one day.
Okay,
You will
so-
find somebody now.
So the guy was a very brilliant guy.
Okay.
He had hopes of inventing some battery thing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And he kept working at it for so many years.
And became
Spent
lazy at a point.
the girl's whole money.
Yeah.
And life.
Yes.
But he paid her back.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold
Is
on.
that the one?
Hold on. He
10 million?
spent a lot of the girl's money,
That's a lot of money.
working on that battery. At a point, the girl's family, sisters and stuff, told her all sorts of things, and she walked out.
Sure.
He was broken. Out of the brokenness, he figured out the battery, and he hit huge.
Kaish.
Now, you see, for Acrimony, the problem was the day he went back to her, she should have let him speak first. She didn't let him speak, and she told him off.
Kaish.
And he was like,
She
well,
freed her
sorry.
mind.
This is why I came. Your mother's house, that's blah, blah, blah. I bought it back. This is the keys, and this is a check, and walked away.
That's it.
And now she was angry that he was spending the money with another woman.
Imagine.
But how much money did he sell? You see, sometimes
A lot more than what she gave to him. Don't try it. Don't
Gave
try
her $1
it.
million.
That girl had never seen $1 million in her life.
million.
Don't even try it.
Already
Don't
10
even
million.
try it.
And
In the
I-
movie, I watched the movie.
Bought the house back for them.
Nanya, are you sure you watched the movie?
I have. I remember. I watched
10
the movie.
million.
And
Are
he
you
ended
sure
up,
it was
he
10
ended up
million?
killing him.
I think it was like 100,000.
Something like that.
Well, it was commensurate to the,
You're going to the mic for me, please, so we can hear you.
whatever amount was commensurate to what she spent.
She did not
But-
spend even half of that amount.
Nanya, you were
No,
not
no,
there.
But she had spent like 16
Let me
years
turn
of her
off-
life for the man.
Like
Like
Nanya.
16, you see, the amount of time and effort she invested in that relationship,
Yeah.
all her life, all her youth and everything else into it. And then so you can understand why she will feel pain that just as you've hit, you've now moved
You
on to a
went away.
younger,
Did she counter?
finer
Did she counter? Did she
version
give? Did she
of-
say how much
of-
money she's actually worth? Did she counter? Did she try and say, you know, what, actually, this is a bit too small. This is the reasons why I feel
And that's
that you
why
should give me
that's
more.
why
No.
I think
Did she do that?
I think she should have gone back and said, you know what?
She
This
didn't.
is too little. I
you go.
deserve more.
If you are tuned in and you think,
The thing is,
if you are listening to us, bear with me, Yoku, at home, and you think you are going to hit, this thing is 1 in a million. Why?
One in a
Compared to maybe a why?
In a
Why? Who?
billion.
No, I'm saying those listening to us who are like, hey, I'm going to hit so that my ex-girlfriend will see. Just go and find some job to do now. You will not invent anything useful for the world. Go and do 9 to 5 and be free.
So me, I would say that if the guy is he's trying. You can tell
Yeah, that's-
he's trying. You can defend him to your dad.
Thank you.
If he's sitting on his bum
Waiting and eating your
and not doing shilly,
No, but I think that's what she specified because in the letter she almost made it seem as if he hadn't bothered himself to look for a job.
Okay, then we can
Then
can
why is she
all.
still there?
She said she's in
okay, cool.
love.
Bye.
You
Next question.
see the third force new generation banner, the billboard. It is that red.
Red flag.
Red call. And also
It's Ghana
advice to
flag.
ladies. Maybe you're
Red
also
flag.
there
Ghana flag.
shelling out the cash. It's been 1 year to your boyfriend is not going to invent anything in 5 years and hit. Why? You two.
So
be
how many
serious.
guys have you dated who have invented anything?
That's what I'm saying. None.
Not many people invent things.
That's what I'm saying. That's
It may not be an invention, maybe a new business.
Oh, everybody wants to hit so that they can show their expert. You will not create
After
BBR.
depending on this guy, and then he makes it out of the blue.
And then he switches up.
He feels like you're
We have the same risk too.
That one, it's so bunny there.
Same one they are saying. No, but hold on.
No.
No, but
That happens a lot in a lot of the Ghanaian palace. You realize that even with a lot of these men these days who suffered with a woman, once they get to a point where they've now self-actualized, have the means, they almost always want to.
They are going for their real taste.
Hotter,
Yeah,
finer.
Helen, I'm glad you mentioned
So
UK.
it's not-
No, hold on, no. I need to interject.
Wait, what did I say about
I
the
need to
UK?
interject here.
Alright, go on.
I'm glad you mentioned UK.
Sure.
Yeah? As much as you sit there for one side and say, you know, a lot of men switch up. Listen, those who have been in the UK are not unfamiliar to the number of women Ghanaian men have brought back,
Have switched up.
to the UK, and those women have switched in a way that you could not even believe.
It depends on the
Listen,
relationship.
It happens.
It depends
it's even
on the
more
relationship.
common.
It depends on the relationship, but also had.
Oh,
listen.
but
It doesn't matter
Nanye.
what relationship they had. It's not,
Nanye.
no.
It's like
no.
if I was in a
Let
position
me-
Nanye, you
No,
can't
no, no, no.
because we cannot. I don't know your sample size. You said it's more, so I can't go with that. Okay,
It's not more.
I can't verify, but
Definitely not more.
I'm
It is
agreeing
a
that.
significant amount.
Definitely not more. But
Of
there
cases.
there
What's
way
your
more
sample
significant amount
size?
of men
said what?
who are now switching up and going.
Yes,
for
I agree with
younger
AJ. I agree
in
with
Yeah,
AJ.
but how many men? I
2023?
don't know. How many black men are
So-
becoming rich that you're talking about?
Have you not
Oh,
seen
they're not becoming
It's-
rich.
no, no,
They're
no,
getting
no,
well
no,
off.
no,
Not
go
rich.
to-
Sugar
go
daddy?
to-
No,
go
sugar
to-
daddies are
go
increasing their
to-
sugar
go
babes. They are not
to-
increasing
go
in
to
number.
university campuses and see the amount of cars that are driving in and out and picking up sugar babies. Okay.
Okay, guys,
And then
listen.
you
Our phone
see-
lines
You've
are
seen this
blinking.
yourself.
I have seen this
Even
in-
though
You've been watching.
AJ, bear with me. AJ and Nanye, bear with me. AJ and Nanye, bear with me. Bear with me. Our phone lines have been blinking, even though I haven't announced it. So let me announce the phone lines and let's get a few views here. I don't know if we've made too much sense this evening. We've been gisting amongst ourselves. Our phone lines are 0559 242 717. That's 0559 924 2717. Or call us on 0556 6910154. I'll take my first caller. Hello, good evening. Who's speaking?
Good evening. Nana Kwesi.
Hey, Nana Kwesi,
Hello.
you're very serious this evening. Oh.
Oh, right.
You're tired. You're tired of our wahala.
Oh, no. Well,
All right. What are your thoughts, please?
see, my brothers were making reference to Acrimony. That movie, you people should watch it again. The guy knew because someone who should have helped him a very long time ago was refusing to. The lady who was with this guy helping, her friend, which happened to be the guy's ex, was the one working in a company that finally partnered with the guy. They were begging this lady to introduce the guy to the bosses, and she never did. So she found out that they've broken up. That is how come he introduced the guy to the bosses, and the guy blew, and they went. So please, some move in emotion here.
Yo, yeah, take
Motion
your
is
homework.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
take
not, and also you see, if you've been at both sides where you don't have anything and you get something, and some of these things you see it different.
That's fair.
Personally, I didn't used to. I didn't used to have nothing, and I was with someone. We went through it together. Now we have something. If you ask me today if I'll choose between love and money, I'll choose my person over money. You know why?
Oh.
I realize that the happiness, the love, the joy that we have, not because we have money. The money is just enhancing what we build naturally. The money
That's why
is-
they say love is sweet, oh.
Ah.
But when money enter, love is
You
sweet.
see
Tanana
the-
Kwesi.
So me, if you ask me, being at these two places,
All right, Nana Kwesi,
being at
thank
these two places, I will always go for my person because I learned this the hard way. Money cannot buy you happiness. It only enhances.
But love too
happiness.
cannot buy petrol, Nana Kwesi.
No, so I'm not saying we shouldn't work for money. That's not what I'm saying.
Sure.
Look, money needed. We can never do away with it. Do you understand? We
I get
need
you.
it to survive. We need it to make things happen. But you see, there are certain things that it has to come natural. Then the money will enhance it. When you play that the video, so it say life is sweet, but when money enter, it makes it worse.
Sweeter.
So it is there already. It's not as if the love wasn't there. Do you understand?
Fair. It was
You
sweet,
understand?
but now it is what? Sweeter.
So it only enhances the happiness, the joy, the love you have already naturally. It doesn't buy it because suddenly you have money. That would be fake. At least I've been at
I
both
feel you.
sides.
Nana Kwesi,
So
quick question though
relationship-
before I let you go. When you started getting more money, did you switch up? Did you become brand new?
Oh, my dressing hasn't changed. I still wear what I wear, and she keeps getting angry all the time. I dress like I don't have anything.
Oh, and they're switching it up. Nana Kwesi, switching
Oh,
it up.
no.
Thank you for your call. Take my next caller. Hello, good evening. Where are you calling us from? Who's speaking, please? Oh, apologies. I'll be able to squeeze in one or two more calls. 055 924 2717 or 055 69 10154. Guys, Nana Kwesi is in love. He said he would choose the love, but he agrees that the love is sweet, but when the money
I
ends,
was once 21 as well.
Like that.
he's not 21.
I was once 21
Nana
as well.
Kwesi is a fully grown 35-year-old. I'll give him
He
that.
said that.
I'm feeling it in
hear
the
that
spirit.
I didn't hear that 35.
I'm feeling it. I'm
You
feeling
feel it?
Yeah.
The mics went-
When I heard the voice, I was
Is either
ah.
21 or new relationship?
No, he says he's been with her for a while and the money has come and
2
now
weeks
it's
is a while.
sweeter. Oh, Nani, don't be a non-believer. He said that
agree
it's
with
now
Nana Kwesi.
sweeter.
Oh, I'm sure. No, don't worry. He did say
Depending
6
on the
months.
person.
Yeah, makes
Depending
sense.
on the person.
Yeah.
It's very case by case.
but I said that from the very beginning,
You
the
can't
foundation.
generalize it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to know the person you are dealing
Yeah.
with to choose love.
Sure.
Obviously, when the money comes, it will be nicer. It will be sweeter. But if you're not the person, otherwise,
It's very
Then
true.
when you
It's
be a
very
cobra,
true.
oh.
No, Nipa ye Cobra. This is true. And to be honest, if there's one thing that I've learned, it also is an age situation. When you're a bit younger, you're thinking long term, but you don't really know that love is not enough. Okay, you need to know who it is that you're with, and you have to actually become clean about your finances so that everybody knows where they stand and knows what they can do. Not everybody's very comfortable with coming clean. Hey, yo,
Clean up with your finances.
It's a problem. I don't think
I mean, I'm not saying, and I get that because I am very private. You know, it's taken me a very long time to even allude to what is going on. You know what I'm saying? I get it all. I get it. Releasing your finances to you can't. It's not everybody that are going
No,
to
not
go.
everybody
I get
like that,
that.
no.
But you know, in terms of those who want to be married, maybe you will not disclose exactly all the streams ahead. But if you guys decide that way by every month want to contribute for a purpose, then I know so you are bringing this, because I too I feel a way about disclosing all the different sources. It's not your business.
See, Helen is switching up.
Me, I told you guys that I would switch up.
because only 2 years ago.
Hey, let me turn off the mic.
Hold on. So a few quick messages and a big birthday shout.
Sure. Amy, take us
Today
away.
is Queen Okoye's birthday.
Okay.
Our panelist who comes on.
Oh, happy birthday.
So happy birthday, Queen.
Woo.
But also getting to a few messages. So on Twitter, Nana Kwesi with the double A, yeah, probably. He says you can only keep a man or woman if they want to be kept. You doing things, being nice, and dedicating your time to them, loving them will not make a difference if they don't want to be kept. Money doesn't change people; it only exposes true character. Coming in from Salma, she says personally, I don't exactly prioritize one over the other. The two are opposites on a balance for me. You can love a person all you want, but if you can express it in the form of having fun experiences, gifting them things of sentimental value and providing a luxurious living as you can because you're broke, eventually your love is going to be very stagnant. In the same breath, you can't just shove money and impersonal gifts to your person in the hopes that it can substitute for your love for them. That's a rich man's lazy way to love and shallow, and personally I wouldn't want that. So
Who's that message from?
Salma.
Shout out to Salma. Quick one here from Johnny Hughes. Shout out to Johnny Hughes. He says love without money is somishe. Love with money is insoshe. Lazato. Mr. Hughes, shout out to you. AJ, any more before we make way for the news at 8?
That's it. For
Okay.
all of those sending messages on Facebook, we say thank you. We would love to get into all of them, but we'll do that next week. Time is
Time no day. Maybe we'll shelve this. I always say this. We're a part 2, and then a new or fresh wahala comes through. But it's very much giving. This is an individual preference. We can't decide for any of these partners what they do. I think they know the answers.
Yeah.
We always know the answers.
Boyfriend swap.
Boyfriend swap. So we'll arrange it. 2 ladies, come here on Monday, bring your partners,
Sure,
and we'll arrange the swap. And then we can all have peace.
I'll ordain all of it.
You ordain, or
Yeah,
Pastor Nanya will come here and make sure it's a holy event. But this is where we say adios, au revoir, and goodbye. It's been another exciting installment of Keeping It Real, a very boisterous one. I don't know if any advice was given, but do what you will. As I always say, God might not be done with you, but we are. Have an amazing rest of the week. Shameless plug. I'm back tomorrow, bright and early on 3FM Sunrise. So do make a date. Ghana's Wahala, even worse than what we are discussing here. So come and let's dissect the issues. We'll see you next week.